Hello, everyone. I'm coming off a really good week in GeoGuessr. I think it's probably the best week I've ever had in Master 2. I think I'm playing some of my best GeoGuessr that I've ever played. So far, I've got my ELO rating bumped up to 935, which is the highest it's ever been at. I've won 8 out of the 11 games I've played so far. And as we look here, it looks like I'm about 1 to 2 wins against quality opponents away from getting into the top 5 spot and ultimately being promoted into the Master 1 division. It's something that I've been working on for some time. I'm really eyeing up. I've been working hard to try to get up here. I'm going to play a few more duels today. I'm going to see if today is the day that perhaps I could finally hit that promotion. But right now, I'm a bit nervous. I'm not sure what to expect. But if it's going to happen, it can only happen if I play the game. So let's get into the first duel of the day here and just lock in. Okay, got a good looking opponent here. In a way for good luck. I also want a 2 game win streak. Immediately put into a field. At first I thought Europe. We do see these windmills over there, but then I'm looking around and this kind of house looks North American to me. I'm gonna go North America. See if it's an alright guess. The other player goes in Europe. Yeah, okay, it was Denmark. Probably would have been a better guess. So I'm starting off not too well. Huge chunk of damage there. Okay, well this is definitely going to be Iceland. I think the white car is in the west. I'm going to go this way. The other player goes in the middle. Okay, and it was the north central. It's going to do some more damage to me. And yet another field. I am in Europe. I'm going to go here in Austria. The other player goes in North America. It was Romania that time, so that's going to do a massive chunk of damage to this opponent. So let's lock in here. Still anybody's game. I think I have no choice but to go Finland here. The other player goes in Sweden. Okay, they had it pretty much locked in there. That's going to do a big chunk of damage to me. So we're battling here. This is what I would think is Brazil. I think this is Brazil. I'm going to go like a Spiritu this way. Hopefully that's not too bad of a guess. The other play goes Colombia, and it was Ecuador. That's probably going to knock me out. It does. Okay, good game. Wasn't seeing it too well there, but that's okay. It's going to drop me down about 20 points. 21, actually. Back down to 914. Get into another game. Okay, got a good look at opponent here. Wait for good luck. Not really sure where this can be. Go Portugal. The other player goes in Turkey, and it was the north of Portugal. Very good. It's going to do some damage. Got this big truck, and I would think is North America, or Latin America, I should say, so I feel like my only option is Panama here. See what the other player guesses. The other player also goes Panama, and it was Costa Rica. Okay. I'm not sure I've ever seen that or done any studying there. Here we are in Australia. Got to look for a clue. I mean, I don't know where I am exactly. I'm going to go Queensland. The other player goes in Northern Territories, and it was Western Australia. That's going to do some damage. Should be Malaysia or Indo. I'm going Kelly Montana. I don't like the guess. It's Malaysia. Yeah. Got confused on that one. Going to do some damage. Yeah, I don't know where this is. Maybe Cambodia. I mean, it's a square pole. Reminds me of like Thailand. The other player goes in India. It was India. Do some damage to me there. It should be Sweden. I'm gonna do a region guess of Sweden here, I think. I'm just gonna kind of go down this way. Let's hope that's all right. The other player does the same thing, and it was further south. It's gonna do some damage. It should be Italy. Going to go in the north. The other player goes also in the north, and I had it much closer that time. It's going to do a nice chunk of damage to the opponent here. Concrete road and a yellow line. Driving on the right. It can't be Thailand. Can be the Philippines. I'm not sure where. I'm going to go the Philippines. The other player also goes the Philippines, and it was further south. Going to do a nice chunk of damage there to knock this player out of the game. Very good. Good game. Bumping me back up to a 930. All right, I'm back. I took a long break in between games there. I got a little bit tied up doing something, but anyway, I'm sitting right now in 8th place, back to 930, just 5 under where I started today. Master 1 promotion is getting a little bit out of reach, it seems. I really have to have a series of strong games here before I could maybe eye up this promotion. But let's get into the third game of the day here. I lost that first one. Got a good-looking opponent, about evenly ranked here. Definitely need to wait for good luck. Came back at a good second game. This ought to be Paraguay. This Probably is. I mean, Uruguay. I don't know why I always call it. All right. This is Uruguay. I like the guess here. The other player also goes in Uruguay. That was a little bit closer. Getting through the round one. Very long black antenna here. Seems like there's two antennas. I don't actually know where we see this. That kind of looks... Could be Russian, maybe. You can just go in Russia over here. Never seen like two antennas before. I think, yeah, Russia is probably my best guess here. I'm just going to place the pin in this area. The other player goes much further to the east and was closer that time. It's going to do a tiny chunk of damage to me. Very difficult Russia round. We did recognize the country, though. Here we go again. Puts us in Europe. I think that license plate does, too. Sweden or Finland? Really not sure which of the two to go for here. I'm going to go Sweden. The other person goes in Poland, and it was Finland. Okay, so I was closer that time, doing a nice chunk of damage to the opponent here. Okay, got this white car. These are like the things for the sap trees. I think this is Thailand on this little, like, peninsula. I'm going to go for it here. Really hope this is right. The other person goes in Thailand as well. Okay, and it was the eastern part of Thailand. I was incorrect on my region. Good guess. Here in Japan. Not sure where we see this in Japan, though, unfortunately. I just got to go in the middle. The other person goes in the southern part of the country and is much further south. It's going to do another chunk of damage to me now. With the multipliers is getting to be quite a bit. Really need to lock in here. Sun's in the north. Is that sun in the north? Uh-oh. Well, at first I was thinking Brazil, and then I see this over here, and it looks like this is written in some kind of like Asian text. I don't know where we see this, unfortunately. It's not there. I'm stuck. I lost. I don't know where I am. Oh, getting messed up. The other person goes in South Africa, and it was actually in Argentina, and it's going to do a tiny chunk of damage. Other person goes in New Zealand, and we kind of split the difference. Was slightly closer there, doing a little bit of damage. Sun is in the south. I think on the right. I'm thinking this is the U.S. These rolling hills. Hmm. This area is not bad. I feel like it's going to be one of these western states. I'm not sure which. I'm going to just place the pin here in the south of Wyoming, trying to maybe hedge it into one of these. The other person goes in Texas, and it was in Saskatchewan there, and that is enough damage to knock this player out of the game. So I didn't really play all that well, but I did get a much better guess when it really mattered on the multiplier. So I'm able to win that game. Still very consistent. Back up to now my new highest rating I've ever been. I'm eyeing up this Master 1. I still about 24, 25 points away from actually getting into it. So really need to lock in, try to find better ways to win, have a little bit more command over the game. But I'm thinking about maybe doing another one here in a second. Let me take a break and see if I want to do one or two more to try to get into this Master 1. Yeah, you know what? I think let's get into it. I'm not saying I can go on a two-game win streak, but I feel like I'm this close. I might as well put the time in and see if I can get it. So let's try here. Got a good-looking opponent. Gonna wait for good luck. White car, maybe north. Ambiguous sun position. What do we have to go on? Can't tell what color car that is. I feel like it could be a little bit more tropical. Indication of what side of the road we're driving on. No. Other player has placed their pin. I still don't know if I'm in Southeast Asia or Mexico. I'm just going to go ahead and place my pin in Mexico. The other player goes in Italy, and it was Mexico. Okay, very good. Doing a nice chunk of damage there. Toss up here. I'm not sure what country this is. This could be France. This could be the UK. I'm actually going to opt for the UK here. The other person goes in France, and it was Ireland, so I'm closer there, doing some damage. Got another UK, Ireland. This is a rounded pole. Is it rounded in the UK, or is that a square? Nevertheless, I'm going to go the same area. I'm just going to kind of hedge it more. I'm going to the UK again. The other person goes in Ireland, and it was Northern Ireland. Okay. Doing some damage. Sun is in the south. Blue car. Extremely flat. Oh, it's the mountains in the back. There's a palm. The sun is definitely south. Okay, so I got some palm coverage. Got some mountain coverage. Maybe it's in Spain. I don't know what to think on this one. The other person goes in. It was also Mexico, believe it or not. Not sure where they also went someplace in Europe, west coast of Mexico. Sun can't tell right now. Looks like we're driving on the left, perhaps. Can't tell on that sun. I'm gonna go Peru. The person goes Bolivia. Wow. Okay, and it was Albania. A couple of very difficult rounds here, but trying our best to get through it. Driving on the left. North northwest. I feel like these look like oil palms. I can't really tell where this is. I mean, these guys here look more like, I would say, like Indian. These palm, yeah, actually, this probably is Malaysia then. I don't think it's Sarawak poles, but I'm gonna go for it. The other person goes in Indonesia, and it was, I think, actually Indonesia that time, but it was Sumatra, able to do a nice chunk of damage. I gotta go Russia. I don't have a whole lot of time to think about this. The other person goes in the east of Russia, and it was the east. That's gonna knock me out. Very good game. Unfamiliar with that one. Good guess. So I'm taking the L there. Back down to a 926, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I think I'm just pushed me out a little bit too much. So, in a couple things, I mean, I did get to my highest rating that I've ever been in a 946. I lost that game, got down to a 926. So I'm finishing today lower than where I started, but I should be able to finish this week at the highest rating I've ever been. I really need to just go back and study. I think a few of those games that I lost were definitely winnable. But I'm gonna shut it down. I'll be back tomorrow, a new week, more duels, and hopefully that's gonna be the week I get promoted.